Hey everybody, happy Saturday. I hope you're doing well. We are about a week away from our last devising session for the semester and a week and a day away from our little/big showing next Sunday. So I'm very excited. I hope you're excited. I know you're chomping at the bit for more information about how we're approaching this. Tomorrow I am going to send you a kind of like script with an outline of our goals, and also today you're getting your character sheet from Jennifer. Jennifer's put a ton of time, work, creativity, and effort into those, and she's got spaces for you to, explore your character and get a sense of who you are before Saturday. So I just wanted to talk for just a few minutes about three things. I wanted to talk about the kind of like frame of mind for next Sunday. For one, I want to talk about some prompts for you to think about for your character this week. And then three, just go over what are the main beats that the script will kind of outline tomorrow so you're not like confused. Okay, so first, next Sunday, the framework is going to be like, frame of mind is going to be that this is an extension of the work that we've been doing together up until now. This is a space for us to be continuing to make discoveries and surprising ourselves. But what distinguishes this is that this is also a space for us to name things, claim things, and define stuff. Like define who we are in relationship to others, and define the place. So it will have a sense of some powerful elements of like myth making, because like this was the day that like we met these people for the first time. This is the day that an audience saw them and received them, and they are like, iconic. So all of your characters after this will be understood as being iconic figures in history, basically. So it's just continuing with devising, but also with this element of some kind of powerful myth making. Related to that, I just want to also sort of identify our audience as being fellow collaborators, fellow devisers with us. Everybody who's coming already loves us. Everybody who's coming is curious and wants to be a part of our process and making discoveries. They're already with us. So this is all like just joyful and communal and like just should be fun. Okay, so that's the first thing. Second thing is the character sheet you're getting from Jennifer. She has given you some really cool prompts to think about. One of those is to think about your relationship to the murder victim. And we've talked through a bunch of options, but it sounds like the best, what we're going to try to do is have Jerry be the police chief, and Jerry is going to also be the victim. So be thinking about what could be your relationship to Jerry, the police chief. I mean, I don't know what Jerry's name is, but Jerry's character's name is, but what is your relationship to this character that can be like a reveal at some point? It could be like, he's my uncle. I mean, it could be like, we took, like a weekend playwriting workshop, and he gave me like terrible feedback that I thought was really passive aggressive. Like it can be however detailed, minutia, or just like solid, like he is my father. Like it could be, you make that choice. It's up to you. So that way you can build off of like, why would you ever do something like this to him? Okay, so that's related to the worksheet. The other thing beyond that is that I would love to challenge you to be thinking about your character as far as physicality and perspective. So two sides to that coin. So how do you take up space? How do you move through the world? How does this person move through the world that's different than how you move through the world? So to do that, you're going to have to like take in, all right, how do I sit? How do I listen? What am I like when I'm hungry? What am I like when I'm bored? What is my neutral? And then what am I like when I'm doing like an ordinary boring task? How do I hold myself when I'm talking to somebody? That sort of thing. And then see if you can make an adjustment to be like, okay, well, what's a very clear, distinct, different physicality just in the slightest way? So whether it's like she holds her neck like longer than I do, you know, she holds her shoulders back. What does that change in how I see the world and how I see myself when I've made that change? Do I talk differently? I'm noticing when I hold my shoulders back and I stretch up my neck that I think I'm actually breathing slower and I'm talking slower. So this is distinct from me, and I can shift back to me and I can shift back to her. And how do I, what do you lead with as you, and then what does your character lead with as far as their body? Do they lead with their eyes? So they move based on what they see. So I see that and I go to it. Or do they move with the instinct that I need to touch? I need to touch something. I need to touch that. Or like a just very tactile person. Do they move with, you know, like what moves first? Is it like their hips? So is this sort of like will, like I'm going, nothing can stop me, even myself. Are they impulsive, or are you sort of calculated? And then how does that impact how you move through the world? So try it out as an experiment. See what happens if you can drop that in just like an ordinary activity or even a conversation with somebody. See what happens if you make that shift to be that person, and see how small you can make it before it's obvious what happens. So that's what I'd love for you to do, to sort of like introduce this character into your own body as a double, kind of to live inside you as a monster. The third thing is I just want to briefly go over the script I'm going to send you tomorrow. Is just essentially going to have games for us to play that will be anchored in these like 5 beats of a murder mystery story. Like these 5 elements that we need to hit for our show to be recognizable as a murder mystery. So essentially these are, we got to establish place, have a sense of place. And all of these are involving, like, through every beat, these are going to be ways for us to get to know our characters and our relationships to each other. So place, and then these 3 entangled things of detective, body, detective, murder, and body. There's going to be a point of interacting with the audience while they eat, and interrogating the suspects, and a reveal that will lead us to the whodidit moment. So it's pretty simple, and it's just a matter of us just sort of like locking in, like, okay, these games are fun, these games hit the beats, and these will be fun for us to do. So I'll send that out tomorrow. I hope this was helpful, and have a good rest of your day.